All right. We're here with Alela. Alela. I don't know. Basically, play artifacts and enchantments. You get fairies. And your fairies, while she is still in play, get more attack. She also has Flying, Death Touch, and Lifelink. 4 mana, 2/3. Obviously, not really any creatures in the deck. I crafted a couple cards for this. Thought Monitor, and there was another one. Tome of the whatchamacallit, Tome of Legends, because I guess it's about time I have at least that one. We're just casting everything that's an artifact or an enchantment, amassing a bunch of fairies, and beating our opponent to death. We also have Paradox, Engine, Emery, and like a Spell Bomb, or what's the other one? Chromatic Sphere, where you can like keep doing that over and over and basically drawing your whole deck. There's enough cards in here that Mystic Forge feels pretty cool. It's like a second copy of Bolas's Citadel, almost. We have tokens and Felidar Retreat. Some counter spells. A little light on spot removal and sweepers. We'll probably have to remedy that pretty quickly. In fact, I might just do that now, because we're very weak to the board. I don't know how I feel about too many sweepers in this style of deck. We do have like the Frogifies, but you know what? We probably could drop the Eldest Reborn. Edgar's in here because, well, tribute to Edgar. I think the card's pretty solid. It's just really annoying. And anything that annoys your opponent for a long time is pretty cool in my book. Yeah, let's just add a random spot removal spell. I guess Murderous Rider would be the first one of the bunch. Or maybe Baleful Mastery would be another. This one can give me a little bit more value, maybe. We're running Eye of Vecna because, unlike Edgar, I assume this will gain us probably more life and is also quite likely to like attack, not just get like blocked eternally. Also, this doesn't have lifelink on the front side, but we're gonna try. We have Giant's Amulet and Spell Shield or whatever, Mirror Shield to give this hexproof sometimes. We'll see how many times like Spell Pierce winds up mattering. This feels like a Spell Pierce deck, but I could be wrong. Color-wise, interestingly, there's not a lot of color in this because so much of it is colorless. Like, literally half the deck is colorless. So I could maybe get away with not playing any tap lands, just so I don't get messed up on a crucial turn. Actually, might think about that right now. Yeah, maybe I can drop the snow tapped lands, actually. I like that. I like that. Let's drop that, and that, and just add like another basic. Probably more islands than anything, right? I believe that was the case, yeah. I guess there's technically more white cards than black. Alright, that feels good. Also running tutors. If we can get the Paradox Engine, whatever, Paradox Engine XYZ thing going, it's nice. Like even Mystic Forge works pretty nicely with it. Card's just dirty. Tribute is another cool thing. I can like sack my fairies that I'm spamming to just continue to draw cards. It is a weird Esper thing because we don't have like card draw spells necessarily, or a ton of counters and not a lot of spot removal, no sweepers. Like it's just a weird form of Esper, but it looks cool, and I'm willing to try it. So let's see how this specific iteration pans out. Like, comment, and subscribe. And let's play some Historic Brawl. I just had to craft this commander as well, because I did not own it before. And it seems kind of similar to, it's not like a hard transition to a completely different deck, but, it's pretty similar. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I also have to learn how to... Well, now 4 minutes is alright, I think. I don't know, it depends. It depends what the deck is, right? Sometimes you can spend 15 minutes talking about a deck, sometimes 2. Usually I have more to say. Well, I always have more to say after I've played it a bit. I guess I like this hand. It's got a Mystic Forge in it. Oh, this is a Garuda version of Muldrotha. Okay. So we want another land. I think we kind of do. I'm not going to like dig for a counterspell because we don't have a ton. We could drop Murderous Rider for another counterspell, but not for now. Alright, we're going to name Muldrotha. And then we're going to play... Doesn't really matter. Well, I would like to have been able to kill that. Yep. Sunset Pyramid, Evolving Wilds getting a Plains? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know, is there even... No, there's like one double white card. The Elspeth Conquers Death, I believe, is my double white. Alright, so no 4 mana card. Something fell. I don't know what that was. That is very elaborate. Okay, they pick up... we also don't have discard spells either, which is another wonky thing about this. So in this instance, do we play Acquisition? I guess we just run this out. Yeah, I mean, I'll force my opponent to answer it. It's not inherently threatening right now. And it would be nice to, I guess, develop that. That was the card I was thinking about, and of course they had it. And that was the one card I was thinking about. That's funny. Alright, well, now that that's out of the way and they didn't play a land, I feel good about this. I kind of want to play Treasure Map, so I won't get rid of it. They did not play a land last turn. They get the Triome here. That is not the Triome. Did they draw the Triome? They're just not running Triome. Okay. I can scry away this... Nah, let's just do this. This is like, costs no mana. Okay, that's pretty good, but I'd like my commander in play first. Although they're gonna play this and mill over whatever I put on the top anyways. Do we play our commander again? I think I do. We'll just let them do whatever they want with their Garuda. Geruda. Jeruwu. Alright, there goes my supplies and a counterspell and... Oh, that's unfortunate. Why are they... Oh, Death Touch. Death Touch. Okay, Edgar's on top, but I don't... Oh, I can draw it. I can draw it. I think it's better than my other options currently. Ooh, that's that's a really good one too. Yeah, we'll just run this out. Funny enough, it's not actually in an enchantment itself. I can not swing with this because it does have Death Touch, but I don't really want it to die. And here's the first of probably 1,000 clones. I'm also losing my Elspeth Conquers Death. They found 2 even cost things this time. Or actually 3. They did not take Masked Vandal, so they can't blow up anything I've got going on. Bag of Holding is another one of those, like, cycly, sifty cards. This feels like it's going to be Chump Block City here with all our stuff. They can't really swing. I'm going to let them draw a card, because they're going to draw a card off this eventually. I might as well just prevent it from attacking in the future. They also didn't have to keep the new one. They could have swung with the old one, right? At least I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they could have done that. And this would get disturbed too, so yeah, that was probably a mistake. Unless there's something I'm not seeing. We have another good card on top. Let's just make some fairies, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna draw that. We're gonna just play out some artifacts. And we're gonna swing. I don't think I want to play or draw this land. I might just get rid of it. Although we don't have a land in hand, but we seem to be doing fine with just 6. They're running Infernal Grasp? Or Mire's Grasp? That's weird. Yeah, they can keep recasting the original. That is true with Muldrotha. That's true. We can just stop Muldrotha, though. Muldrotha's not terribly frightening. Alright, lost our commander again, so we're going to need mana. We do have a lot of mana rocks in this deck as well. I don't think I've seen any yet. Oh, we lose 2 things here. Okay, killing Edgar is probably not the best one to kill. Although I guess killing a fairy doesn't feel like a good idea either. Yep. So do I want to play this land? I do. I think I do. I think I do. I want to draw this now. But yeah, here's an instance where we would just be happy if we had board wipes, and we don't. And I felt like this was going to be a problem, because if I'm not, like, amassing a million fairies, it just doesn't feel like a good idea to do what I'm doing. That's a good card on top, but I have to, like, stop other things first. Nah, we're just gonna play this. Oh, I can't, can I? Oh, I can, I just have to crack the... Sure. Guardian Idol? Well, that's an artifact. Certainly wish we had our commander in play right now, though. Mirror Shield. Well, there's our hexproof. A little too late, though. There's another land. We can activate Bolas' Citadel, but it's nowhere near killing our opponent. You always run him in creature decks? Yeah. Well, not Heliod. What is this? Lord of the Forsaken? Okay. Xanathar. Okay. We still have a Paradox Engine Emery thing to draw into, but Emery has to, like, survive. That might be a tall ask. We do have a hexproof card, though, so... Alright, we're just gonna scoop, because we just really can't come back. Yeah, we're gonna run board wipes. We're running, like, few enough creatures where I feel comfortable with it. And there's no need to cast it if I'm not behind. I'd also... No, we do have some graveyard hate. We do have some already, but we can run more, because they are artifacts. Like, we can run the artifact, even enchantments, like Rest in Peace, but I'm not going to run Rest in Peace because I'm running Emery, and that's just not a good idea. So, maybe Edgar's too adorable. I do like the annoying value it brings, but maybe not necessary. Felidar Retreat, though, seems decent. They do kind of similar things. See if there's something else I like less first. Maybe too many mana rocks in here. No, that's not necessarily true, though. That's not necessarily true. But the deck is super cheap. We don't really have to run these. It is super cheap, right? We can just do that. Yeah, that works out perfectly. I like that. Oh, shoot. Yeah, maybe I should be running that. Just run the main lands. They do come in tapped, like, later, but I probably want them anyways. Yeah, I like that. I don't like Faceless Haven. We could do the, like, 9 Lives Solemnity stuff, because they are enchantments and it's on theme, but it's kind of hard to pull that off. Just keeping Solemnity alive is really difficult. What am I doing? I'm looking for sweepers. Don't have to run that many either. No, I don't want to bounce everything to my opponent's hand. That doesn't feel too exciting. How many do I want, though? I don't know. 3? Because we don't want to go crazy with them. Then I can run a another spot removal spell. I like that. Well, we could run Xanathar ourselves. Not gonna do that, no? Could do it. Xanathar is a cool card. Maybe add another Graveyard Hate mana rock at some, or artifact, like Relic of whatever. Or one that doesn't exile my own graveyard, because again, we do have Emery. Okay, so kind of hoping this is a actual Sliver deck and not a Shrine deck. We do have Emery and Hexproof in this hand. And some cycling artifacts. No blue mana. Well, we have it with this. Alright, this is a weird looking hand, but it feels pretty exciting. There's certainly a bunch of cards I don't tend to play. That's kind of different. Alright, opponent's on 6 cards here. Alright, so we're going to play this turn 1. Then I can crack it to basically Metamorphose. But I don't think I have to right now. Yeah, let's do this first. Just looking for a land here. Alright, now I can just crack this and still cast Emery. Alright, so it is a Sliver deck. That is not a Mana Rock Sliver. That's... Mana Rock Sliver. I mean a Mana Sliver, so that's a good sign, I think. Yeah, let's lead with this. Blue? Yeah, I'm not going to source the Plowshares this turn. They did not... Still didn't hit it. There's a lot of lands in here, too. Do we crack this, or do we just, like, guarantee a mana source? I think we just guarantee a mana source and just call it a day here. Because we still have, like, 1 mana cards next turn, and we can still crack this for 2 and still have, like, a mana up to do something. Uh-huh. That was a... I think that was good for us here. I think that is something we're glad to have seen. Okay, there's a land. Let's see here. Mirror Shield? It costs 2 to equip. So I can play this now, leave up Swords to the Plowshares, and still have Emery give it Hexproof, and then spam like Terrarion or something. Spare supplies. Cartographer's Survey? This is a mana ramp, right? Top 7, 2 lands on the battlefield. Yeah. Okay. It's any land, too. It doesn't have to be basic. They only got 1? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, no. Eee. What are they missing? Red? Yeah. Alright, so we play Emery. And I'd rather... I'm quite interested in giving this Hexproof immediately. Although we could just play our commander as well. Yeah, I think this makes sense as well. This one, yeah, that makes sense. I like that. Alright, well, they instantly found the red. Alright, they found not really anything of excitement on the top. I would like to Swords to Plowshares the first Sliver, but Frogifying it also is a good idea. So we'll do that instead. And then I'll play this. Maybe we do this first, actually. Let's just play that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Make another fairy. And then I can leave up Swords of Plowshares? Is that a good idea? I think so. Is it better than, like, anything else? Probably? I'm trying to think. Yeah, because we just kind of... We're just sifting along here, right? With Emery and stuff. We don't really need to go super heavy into the board. This is any land, right? Top 2, 7. Interesting card. I think I've had this card on my mind at some point and then, like, forgot it existed. I tend to do that. Alright. They do have First Strike, but we can, like... Ooh, Exalted. Okay, we don't really care about Exalted, because if they're swinging with 1 sliver, we don't really care. Yeah. Don't, that's... Yeah, that... Okay. We just, yeah. That is, totally fine. If they went wide, we can block, and then, like, kill striking sliver in combat with, like, one of these, and... But they're not really getting anywhere if they're just, like, chump blocking. Or just swinging with one creature until they get, like, trample or something. Alright, there's another hexproof card. They have made it so I'm not really swinging at them. I'm not going to do that part. There's also a chance they don't have a lot of ways to deal with my stuff. And I think Emery's more important because I don't want it to die. Oh, wait a minute. I put the wrong equipment on the wrong one. Because when it's tapped, it loses hexproof. That was a mistake. Yeah, that was a whoopsie. How much is this to equip 2? Yeah, that was a mistake. That's my bad. Should have done the other one. Whoops. Well, I'll find a way to waste my own mana. Leave it to me. Okay, well, they have first strike. No reason to attack. As long as the first sliver isn't, like, amassing value, I don't see this being too scary. Enchanted permanent is a treasure with sacrifice. Okay, so they're going to sacrifice their own sliver to, like, do stuff with it, I guess. When slivers dealt damage... Okay, so their slivers can't be dealt damage? Or it goes... Where does it go when it takes damage? To me? It doesn't go to my creatures? Okay. Alright, so now they're swinging with more than one. Here's a good time to... Let's see, I can do... this? And... just take 4? No, we'll just do this. And then get rid of Striking Sliver. So I can kill Spiteful Sliver. And then I take 2? Or do I take 3? Oh, it's just that much damage. Okay, I thought it was like per thing dealing damage. So I take like a total of the amount of I blocked, which is 6. So there was no reason to block this then? Well, I take 2 less. I take 2 less. Alright, yeah, let's move this before I forget. And then let's put this... It was also made sense because of the toughness on here too, right? Let's crack Terrarion for black-blue. Another land. It's a little bit better than the other one, I think. Nah, we don't have any white cards in hand. Let's just play to the better mana. Terrarion? Again? Yeah. And I basically have to leave up Baleful Mastery. So I have to pass and float a mana. Yeah, if we didn't have a tap land there, we wouldn't have to do that, but... Of course we do. Is there a reason the first sliver is still, like, treasure? Okay, there we go. Sure. Cascade again. Into a mana sliver. That's really bad, because they can immediately use it before I can kill the first sliver. Which is... Oh, no, not necessarily. So do we kill mana with sliver right now? I think we do. Because I don't want them to cascade again. And obviously I'm going to have to deal with this eventually, because it's just too much mana. It's just too much mana. Oh, they can float mana in response, but that does mean they're not attacking. Alright, they only floated 1? It's kind of weird. Like a 2-mana card here? I feel like we would have saw it earlier, though. No, alright. That's a card. Alright, so that dredges... Yeah, that dredges. Mox Amber is in their deck. That's a really weird one. Dredge isn't too bad, but obviously having no graveyard hate is kind of a problem. Yeah, you can't really attack with that one. Okay, they decide to just swing all out. I don't think I would ever do this, because now you lose that one, and that's kind of bad for you, right? You don't want to lose Shredder Sliver. Make sure I'm not missing something. Yeah, we take a chunk of damage, though, but I'm not dead. Well, that would have been good, you know, any point earlier. I think I'm all in on this now, because I am kind of dying. Yeah, I think we're all in on this. I can't Inventors Fair for anything relevant. I'm too low for this to feel impactful. But what else am I doing? I guess I can start here? Alright, that kind of changes things. I can now play Golos Citadel and not feel terrible. Never mind. I didn't have the mana to do that. Oh, unless I find it. Oh, we found a sweeper. Okay, well, now I don't feel bad about anything. Cave. Yeah, alright. I can swing. I do lose Emery, though. It's probably fine. Let's get back to Rarion. Let me just triple check this here. Yeah. And then I sweep the board. Go down to 5. Move the command zone, yes. Alright. Could have been worse. We don't have Teferi's Protection up, though. But I do have a Wash Away up, because I found a Mana Rock. Oh no, they're gonna just dredge. Oh yeah, they can just dredge forever, because I never found as stupid. That is... Oh, that's so annoying. I never found it. Yeah, if we had Teferi's Protection up. I don't think there was a way to do that and find a sweeper, though, because I needed to cast Golos Citadel. That sucks. That was close, though. I could have, like, left them with Mana Weft Sliver. Seems extremely bad, but they only had 2 cards in hand, and then just killed the thing that gave haste, or Baleful Masteried it, like exiled it, so they couldn't swing with everything that they swung with immediately, and probably would have been fine. So that was definitely, if there was a misplay, that's probably it. Hey Nathan, what up? I don't like this hand. Is this a mono white deck? It is. Alright, well, I mean, I guess we just don't think about anything. Find a board wipe or lose. You're surprised it was actually Slivers and not Shrines? Yeah. I think the Shrine phase kind of died out. It was here for like a week and a half, maybe a little bit longer, and then I just never saw another Shrine deck again. Also, the first Sliver seems to be like one of the weaker ones, so I'm not surprised that that one specifically is not one. I can't leave up my counterspell because they played Paladin class, because of course they did. So we'll just play this. It is a blocker, and it amasses blocks, so I'll just play it now. I take some damage off it first, but I think that's fine. The game has... I mean, this game has no decisions other than finding a board wipe. That's all that matters, period. Nothing else will matter. Interesting that they did not... Oh, no, that makes sense. They actually just want to kill me. And the rats just hit me for a lot now. That is a thing. Taking way more damage than I should off this now. Okay, we have like one look at a sweeper. Mono blue aggro and standard. I don't know what standard looks like in the slightest. Do they get whenever you tag? Just okay. Am I just dead? I feel like I am. Go down to 2. Oh, I am dead because I can't cast a sweeper now. Cool, what a thought-provoking game. Wow. Moving on. Honestly, should have mulliganed for a sweeper. I really should have. There's only 3 in the deck, though, but I still should have just mulliganed for a sweeper. Because I don't have the ability to survive anything except that. Delver? Delver Secrets is not standard. That's like alchemy. Was it? No, it's not an alchemy, is it? I wouldn't imagine. Tameo? Alright, they're going to beat us with the iPad here. Oh no, they don't want to play the game. Wow, cool. Feeling good? Would I have kept this hand? I don't know. I think I'm gonna drop Thematic Compass. It cost two. It was reprinted. Oh, really? Oh, right. In the werewolf symbol that I mix up with the D&D symbol because they look identical. The set symbol. The D&D and the werewolf one. And the werewolf is the Innistrad, so it must have been Innistrad. Let's get rid of this card. The weird Maze of Ith is bothering me. We might even have the same problem with Eye of Vecna because the mana requirement to like continue to use it is kind of steep. What was the card that I was going to say again? Thematic Compass. Yeah. Yeah, Vow. I don't want to go up land. We have like a lot of lands. I could just go up like that wonky spell land. The one that draws cards or whatever. Yeah, let's do that one. I don't think I like Castle Lockman. You could argue it's almost free to play though, but I'm just gonna not worry about it right now. Because again, it's just such a steep cost, mana-wise, and, well, sometimes life, but the mana, we're usually using all our mana every turn. Or it seems like it. This is the, what is this? Draw a card every time you cast a historic spell, which are artifacts, legendaries, and sagas. This is a really weird hand, but I do like it. I'm going to assume they're running Saheeli, although I don't see why they wouldn't. It is a legendary. And it plays into the rest of what you're trying to do. Alright. That's not a land. It's a decent card. Growing my commander is nice, because it out of burn range from this, and it gains more and more life. And, well, more damage too, right? Traveler's Amulet. Oh, we could run that card. We could certainly run that. Alright, just pass. If they crack the amulet, I have something to cling to dust. I have technically 2 spells I can cast here. I am going to spell pierce that. And I am going to eat it. That is not a land. That is simply going to be cycled. Oh, that's an interesting one. Scry 2, choose a name when you cast it, draw, look at the top card of each. That's interesting. We could actually run this. I might do that. Yeah, that seems pretty cool. Yeah, we'll run this out instead of cracking. That's pretty cool. Because you obviously just name something in your hand, right? And then just immediately cast it. Like they can name their commander and draw 2. I like this a lot, actually. I passed over it too because I filtered through my sagas because obviously it plays into my commander. That's an interesting one. I wonder what they're going to play this turn. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. What? 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 Oh, oh, gotcha. It's the next one. I was about to say, wait a second. All right, let's get this going. You can't do it in the same turn you choose a name. It is kind of slow, but I mean, sure. Still pretty solid. 2 mana, draw 2, scry 2. Kind of have to kill their commander, so I will do that. Do I let them draw a card, though? They have a lot of cards in hand. They might go to discard if I do that. What am I doing with the mana otherwise? Like, play this and... Why is it trying to tap my black mana? For the love of God. Yeah, we'll just do this so I can get it out of my hand. It's just efficient. They draw a card, that's fine. Student paid. The student cost was paid. Whoop. Steal 2 life. And it gets this going 1 turn sooner. Okay, look at the top card of each player's library. Look at the value. Gilded Lotus. Okay. Into anything but a burn spell would be fine, please. Oh, alright. Wow. Wait, if you minus it dies and you have to go to disc. Oh no, they found a 0-mana card. It's one that we're not terribly afraid of though, so that's fine. Alright, so let's see what they knew about because of the Saga showed on my top card. They know about Tome of Legends. Oh, it shows the eyeball anyway, so it's not like I have my mind blown or something. Alright, so we're going to kill Narset before we do anything, because that's just always happening. Preferably before I forget that I actually can't draw extra cards because it's in play, or I mess myself up. And knowing me, that is definitely on the table. Alright, Tome of Legends. Oh, shoot, wait, this doesn't get a... Yeah, it doesn't get the extra page counter because I play it pre-combat. Alright, so I just won't play it this turn then. Might have better things to do anyways. Alright, something good. Alright, well, maybe. Maybe good. Maybe good. I guess I am playing this. Rip. Yeah, I missed a page counter. That's my bad. Give me a break. I crafted the cards my first time casting it. Please. Please. Alright. Midnight Clock. They have Inventors Fair. Alright, let me force spike you. Let me just... Real quick. They have 8 mana. Paradox Engine. And then they have 3 mana. There's nothing I can do about this. There's literally nothing I can do about it. Yep. Yep. Antiquities War. Okay, nothing I can do about it. Did I play Spell? I did play Spell Pierce this game. I have not played Wash Away, so I can see what's under the tome. Suppose I will try. I mean, this is probably just over? Well, they don't have their commander in place, so they're not drawing infinite cards. Oh, that's just so... exactly what I wanted. Thank you. I don't know why they didn't play their commander yet. Yeah, there you go. Alright, well, they've literally played around 4 spikes, so this game is probably over now. I think they could have played their commander earlier, though. I don't know why they didn't. Whatever. Moving on. They basically did what I want to do, but, like, faster. Well, they just did it, rather. Their commander just draws cards, and ours makes fairies. So, I can't do what they're doing. So that's just not even true. I need Emery in play. Alright, another combo deck. This is alright. Search is good early. Felidar Retreat's good early. Yeah, this hand's fine, I guess. Yeah, when Tome of the Infinite gets you the card you need, it is great. Could have turn 1 this and then played double planes into double blue source to instantly play this or something, but I didn't. Okay, Monoblack playing all the mana rocks. We can kill their commander if they just simply play it out once, but I don't think you ever just do that. Honestly, the deck doesn't do anything until it has Paradox Engine. Oh, we actually fade an Inquisition here, but that's typically how this card plays. I have no respect for Inquisition in this format. It's going to take something completely pointless, yeah. It just doesn't, it's just, I don't like it. Never play that. We can run Thoughtseize. We're not running any discard. Can look into that. Maybe like some of these weird things can just be something else. Opponent has the only answer in black to our Iskanta. Alright. I guess I'm doing nothing but this. Played a land this turn, so I don't have to discard anything. What, they have like Fatal Push in hand? Dark Ritual, maybe? What does this do? Pay 1 life, treasure token. Target... Okay. So they just do this once, and it goes back to hand. It does not go to the command zone. There's really no reason to ever just kill it, so not gonna bother. What is this? What else is this? Target creature gets +2 in treasure spent. I don't see the appeal of that card. I guess it's just a treasure token generator? Seems kind of expensive to do that, though. Seems like a steep cost. Alright, play this, pass. Could have just looted with Bag of Holding immediately, because I doubt I'm going to Swords anything. They don't have Paradox Engine in play, so it's not like killing their commanders useful. They don't even have any like insane amount of mana either. They only have like 1 extra mana every Paradox Engine thing. Unless there's a new way for this deck to like do something crazy, I don't think I'm scared. I'm pretty sure the only way this card like does something is with Paradox Engine, which is a single card. I don't have enough respect for these creatures to want to blow them up. We're giving our opponent like just too much time though. Like our commander should be online right now. I swear I'm playing like 41 lands. Alright. Let's play the egg. I have a negate now, which would have been unfortunate if they had a way to deal with it. Can they win without the combo, I wonder? Oh, what up, Bread? Like, can they still just kill me? I suppose it's not impossible. You can still play other things, right? You don't have to just... But you have to play so many mana rocks to, like... Because you need 3 mana every time you cast it to loot with Paradox Engine. So you just need a ton. But that doesn't mean you can't run something like Professor Onyx, I guess. You can consider it a big mana deck. I think the only thing I'll ever negate is a Paradox Engine, though. But there's a reason to negate something else, because if they ever find another discard spell, I'll lose the negate, and it's, you know, nice to just cast it eventually. Also, what did they change with this? Was it changed since I played it, I wonder? I don't know. Bolus's Citadel. Alright, well, that's obviously one I have to just not lose to. Well, I am a blue deck. It's not that surprising. Cling to Dust. Probably won't wind up being relevant, and I don't have any way to really exploit my own Paradox Engine. Let's just get rid of this. Alright, I'll name blue with this. Yeah, name blue. So next turn, I probably want to cast my commander and just start to do things, which would be nice. Might not even like Felidar Retreat, because it seems as though we're trying to do things that cost more than 4, and we never have like time to just cast a 4-mana card. Except like maybe our commander. Alright, they draw 2, lose 2, make a food token. Alright, there's the second mana rock. Oh shoot, I gotta be careful. I want to make sure I activate this first. Probably get rid of Felidar Retreat. A Wash Away is a counterspell. I do have double blue now, so I can just cancel something. But not if I play my commander, but I think that's fine. What is the next thing in the dungeon they're doing? Does it tell me? I don't know, I lost track of their dungeon. There it is. Make a treasure, then the next one is steal a life, or something loses whatever, so they're not just instantly killing me. Yeah, we're going to run this out. And then probably play this to just get something in play that's nice. Yeah. It also prevents them from swinging with the 1/1. I don't really care if my commander dies. I think I can just stabilize against them in a different manner. So they have to have Paradox Engine and a Mana Rock, and I don't think they can have both right now. So 5, Mana Rock, yeah, I don't think so. They need like 2 more mana to do that? Massacre Worm. Alright, well I had no expectation of that card entering the battlefield right now. You done got me good. Was not expecting that one. Although now it doesn't really do much. Oh wait, no, when I block it I still lose life. It still does things. Well, not when I kill it though. Kind of like my entire hand. I can play swords, leave up, so we can... Three... Like this. No, stop trying to tap my planes. Please. Do this, and then when I cast swords, I untap my 2 mana rocks. Keeps trying to tap my planes. It's like, no, you totally want to leave up Wash Away. It's like, I can leave up both if I... is there a reason not to attack? I'm not really going to block anything. Yeah, we'll just swing, gain some life. Probably going to chump block Massacre Worm, and then, or just swords it, honestly. Wash Away can't be... It can't hit their commander because it is in hand, and will probably remain in hand for, well, until I kill it with something else. Interesting. Oh, they moused over their dungeon. Saw what was coming up. Do I swords their commander in response to them playing it, I wonder? I feel like I do. It goes to the command zone, which then it can be wash awayed, which slows it down even more. Okay, so I'll let this enter. And then I swords it. And then it goes to the command zone. And then I can slow it down even farther. Now, this just seems like such a stupid idea. I don't like it. You have your card. I don't like doing that. Eventually, it will not be able to... Oh, no, it always bounces because you never do the same dungeon. You always do the same dungeon, you never do its dungeon. So it's always just doing this. Because if you ever do the wrong dungeon, then it doesn't bounce. So you can't do the thing it likes to do. Alright, I think I'm just going to Swords Massacre Worm here. I think it's just a good idea. It's just a lot of damage and it could be a problem. I can even kill this Paladin, but I don't think this is doing anything. I just don't care. We can double block it too now. Do we do that? Yeah, that's fine. If they have Fatal Push, it was online anyways, because this bounces to hand, so it doesn't matter. I can't undo Revolt. And I don't even think I care if they have Fatal Push. Regardless. Well, they let me go to blocks first. I couldn't have blocked if it was Fatal Push. So it has to be Dark Ritual. It just has to be Dark Ritual in hand. They can cast their commander again. They lose the treasure token, right? No, they don't. Why do they not lose the treasure token? Because they named Zombie and Herald's Horn. So their commander costs 2 mana. So they can spam this for 2 mana over and over. But the things that they're spamming are not really great, right? Like, dungeon floors are not terribly exciting. Alright, always loot. There's always a chance to find something better than this. And Baleful Mastery is not really all that great right now. Do I take a land when I have nothing to do with it? I think I do. Because I can pick up all these cards under the Bag of Holding. This is a weird game. Opponent has been holding priority since turn 1. And somehow continues to have to think about it. So we're going to pick up all these now or later? I think we can just do it later. Make sure this is at any point, not just a sorcery. Yeah, because I want to pick up some of these cards. Alright, so we'll just swing. I can crack Mind Stone and probably not feel too bad about it. I think we're going to do that. I think we'll pass now. I can cycle whenever I want. I was just looking for maybe something that was castable there. Alright, I doubt they have any zombies in their deck, though. Was this a zombie? Massacre Worm? Was that a zombie? No. It was not. Okay, you can play your commander 1, 2, 3, 4 times or something. I don't really care. If that's all you're doing, this does not feel like you're winning the game. 2 mana, scry 1. Okay. You have Sunset Pyramided me. And then you... What next? You make a treasure token, and then you scry 2, and then you make maybe 2/2s, or 2 1/1s, or exile some card. I mean, alright. Is this really all you can do right now? I guess. Yeah, I mean, there's a chance they don't have much in the deck that is very threatening outside of their literal combo. So, sure. Seems to be the case. They scried both to the bottom. Are you going to crack the treasure token? To just make a treasure token? Okay, well, I mean, yeah, you made some 1/1s. That is, you have the ability to do that. All right, let's get these cards. This is the most value I've ever gotten off of this thing. But it drew like 4. I could keep going with it too, but I think this is fine. I want Felidar Retreat in play. Oh, I guess I should have swung first, but I don't think that matters. Untapping my commander doesn't seem all that great right now. It's not doing much. This is free because it untaps the Cold Steel Heart. Play this land. Make a 2/2. Yeah, I think we're still going wide instead of big here. I think. I like that. And then I pass. Leaving up Wash Away for any point my opponent goes to play not Phyrexian. Paradox Engine. And I don't think there's any way they can stop a counterspell other than a discard spell. So, I haven't even seen a tutor yet, and we're 20 cards deep. No Grim Tutor, no Masterminds, none of the other 3 or 4 you can run. Kind of weird. I really don't know what my opponent's trying to do here. Okay, you scry 3 this time. And then you draw 3, reveal them, cast 1 without paying their mana cost. Sure. Or you've slowly amassed some form of value. They scried all 3 to the bottom. Okay. And killing their commander doesn't stop what they're doing. They can just simply cast it for 4 at some point, because, this thing, they get to go to command tax and stuff. And then they just start casting it for 2 afterwards, and I didn't really do anything. Alright, you get a free card. Meat Hook, Razaketh, or Wishclaw. What does Razaketh do? Do I have to deal with you? I do. Okay, so let's deal with that. Do I deal with it this way, or just exile it? No, we have to just deal with it this way. I will cycle my Spell Bomb. They can Meat Hook for 2? Or 3? 2? They can Meat Hook for 2. That doesn't seem all that great here. Okay. So now they found Paradox Engine. They got to make sure they don't do this card right now. They have to do it like next turn or whatever. Alright, so we'll cycle this. We don't have a counterspell anymore, but there's not much I could do about it. That is not what we were looking for. Is there merit in killing their or sweeping the board here? Kind of. Archfiend of Sorrows. Okay. Let's see. I might have to sweep the board. So I'll just push damage by just putting a counter on everything. And then swinging. I mean, unless it's lethal, it doesn't really matter. Oh, it gets Vigilance too, huh? I didn't even know that. Not very relevant with Paradox Engine, but yeah, alright. Might have to kill everything. Think I do. Because, let's see, they have one... It is like their only mana rock currently, right? This thing, and it will cause a problem. It's just going to cause a problem. So, yeah. Because I want them to have as little mana as possible when they go to play Paradox Engine so they can't loop their commander. They don't need much to do that, though. Yeah, we can play Sphere. I guess they'll play it like this, and then... leave up Baleful Mastery? Because I'm going to have to hit their commander with it? Or can I crack this and find something better? Potentially. Probably not. But there are some cards I can find. It's not totally terrible. I still get to leave this card up. Alright, we did not. Oh, Edgar. If only you were here a little bit earlier. Maybe the damage could have mattered. Alright, so if they do Wishclaw, they have to do what they're trying to do immediately, because then I get Wishclaw, and they don't want that. Alright, Thoughtseize means I lose Baleful Mastery, but there's a chance I lose something else instead. But I think I'm just going to lose Baleful Mastery, thus by extension losing the game. Five, 6, 7, 5, and then 2. No, they need a mana rock. They need 2 mana rocks? Hold on. What does this do? This does not tap for mana. Thought it did, so they need 2 mana rocks. Still, they need 2 sources of mana that untap over and over to do anything. Which they can just put in play now, but that does mean they don't have the combo right now. And we get to Wishclaw, which is cool. But they get to Wishclaw back, so maybe it's wrong to use it, but I still kind of need to like do something, so. I don't know what I'm Wishclawing for anyways. I don't have a discard spell. I don't know. The fact that they're thinking about it means they're not going straight for Paradox Engine. Okay, so now their commander cost 1? The commander costs 1 mana now. So I kind of need to Wrath of God that, because 1 mana rock now does it, because it just costs 1 mana, then they can untap that over and over. And I'm sure they have no problem just doing that, so let's find something here. I basically always have to Wishclaw, I feel, as though that is the case. Teferi's Protection stops me from dying to their combo, but that doesn't stop them from spamming it. They'll probably get a discard spell for whatever I find, like, right now. With the, you know, me handing this back to them, but I don't know. I can Elspeth Conquers Death. That's not terrible. It could potentially buy me 2 turns. That is fine. I like that. It could potentially buy me another turn here. I'm going to kill the Familiar and not the Herald's Horn. I think. Yeah, because this discounts more than just... Yeah, that's a good idea. Then I can play... I don't have a white source of any kind. Yikes. No, I have 1 white source. Excuse me. So I can play Edgar? Is that a good idea? I think it's a good idea. Is it a good idea? It's my idea. Leaving up Cling to Dust seems kind of useless. Maybe it distracts them and they don't choose to do anything. So can they win now? They need, yet again, kind of the same thing as last turn. A mana rock. Well, 2 mana rocks and Paradox Engine. And they're facing down lethal if I have a land. And if they don't go for it this turn, Elspeth Conquers Death makes it more difficult to go for it next turn. Because of the tax, everything will cost 2. It makes it basically impossible to go for it the turn after, so it kind of buys me a turn, but I don't know what I'm doing with that window of opportunity. Nothing to reanimate from my Elspeth Conquers Death. And I wasn't going to put this in the graveyard. Can search for glory for... I'm trying to think. I don't know what's in our deck that feels good to search for in this spot. I was really thinking about it, but they do have a lot of decisions to make, not going to lie. And we know about 2 cards, plus what I'm almost 99% certain is Dark Ritual at this point. So there is a lot to think about here, I think. I think there's a lot to think about. Methinks. Thinkly. Big think. Deep in the tank here. Yep, there we go. So they have 6, 7 mana. They have 7 mana. They can play Paradox Engine and a 2 mana mana rock, and that doesn't outright do anything. All right, so we have their Wish Claw, which has no counters on it. It is now fizzled. They could just cast Meathook Massacre and kill my stuff, and then just wait a turn to do anything. That's reasonable, I'm sure. Yeah, it looks like that is the case. They get to reanimate, I guess it does. Yeah, okay, that's good, yeah. They found their other mana rock this way. Interesting line. It does force me to deal with this, basically. Though I don't currently have to do it right away. But alright, let's see what's in our deck. Gaining life is not relevant, but I guess the way I tap isn't relevant either. Bolas's Citadel? But the problem is I can't just play it. I have to kill their stuff. No, that's not true, though. That's not true. Right? Everything costs 2 more. So next turn they have 8, 9, 10 mana. 7? They can kill me with a mana rock if I don't kill this. Well, that's extremely annoying. But if I don't play this, I'm probably going to lose it. But if I do... Alright, we're just going to play it. I mean, if it gets there, it gets there. If it doesn't, so be it. What's in play for us? Just a 1-1? Alright, we'll just make it 2-2. Our life total doesn't really matter. Alright, we fizzled. Oh, wait a minute. They're just dead. They're just dead to Bolas's Citadel. Doesn't really matter what I tutor for. I guess Teferi's Protection. Yeah, we can just whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, haha. Oh my goodness. That was exactly. Well, can this sacrifice itself? Yeah. All right. So we were one over. Oh my goodness. Oh. So next turn they have this to deal with. Um, they have, let's say they have a land. So 8 lands, 9, 10. They play Paradox Engine for 7. They have 3 mana left. They play a mana rock that is 2 or 3 mana. They generate 1 here because this untaps. Barring they correctly tapped for the Paradox Engine. Actually, I don't think it would matter. So you generate a mana here. You go up to... No, you go down to, let's say it's a 3 mana rock. So you go down to 0, go up to 1. And if it was a 2 mana rock, you go down to 1 up to 2. So they actually could do it if they had a 2 mana rock amongst their cards, or a 3 mana one with Dark Ritual, which I think they had. Yeesh. Oh, that was close, but we pulled it out. That was a crazy game. That was cool. I didn't even see that line. I didn't realize they were under 10 life. So I kind of lucked out with what I chose off of that tutor. All right, so I kind of want more counter spells, I think. Oh, excuse me. Maybe we don't have to dirtle as much with these weird cards we're playing. Flavor text win, yeah. Felidar Retreat doesn't play nicely with board wipes ever, and we might make enough tokens off of this, and it's one of our more expensive cards, and I'm just gonna take it out. Same with Edgar. I think we're better off not dealing with that nonsense. I just run more counter magic. We can run like answers to artifacts and stuff, because that's kind of what we've been bumping into, and just graveyard stuff. Although I don't think Esper deals with the graveyard that much. We could literally run that combo in this deck. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 mana rocks, and you need to generate 3 mana outside of your mana, like outside of your lands, to continuously spam it with Paradox Engine. That's not impossible, and all we need to do that is run Esper, and that's all we really need to do. That would be kind of... How do you spell it? Oh god, I don't know how to spell it. Ah, there it is. Yeah, that's all we need to do. That seems pretty easy. Seems pretty easy. It's just like a approach the second sun out of nowhere victory. Our opponent probably won't have on our radar, so we can consider ourselves more of a Paradox Engine than before with that in mind. Same with Emery, right? This is just another... Yeah, this is actually pretty interesting. That's actually interesting. In that case, I almost want to run another mana rock. Preferably one that taps for 2 mana, so it's even easier to, like, do the thing, right? You just need, like, less of them. I don't see us having a lot of devotion. I've never been big on Nyx Lotus. So there's that one, and isn't there another one? Yeah, there is. Oh, it's not gonna... It's not gonna be in that list. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, alright. That's fine. I like that. Can drop... How important is giving this hexproof, Ben? Not super important. Maybe we can drop Mirror Shield. Though I think I would drop Giant's Amulet first. Yeah. Especially with board wipes and we're blowing up our own thing, there's a chance we just never get to stick hexproof and have it even matter. Yeah, we can probably drop both. Yeah, this might not be the deck for it. So a discard spell or counter magic? I think I prefer counter magic because a single discard spell is not a good idea. Elspeth's Conqueror's Death is weird when you don't have the third part available to you. I'm not big on it. Same with, like, Eldest Reborn, you can steal something in your opponent's graveyard. We don't really have much of our own graveyard, so maybe we can just drop this for at least Eldest Reborn. The tax on the 2 thing isn't great, and all it is a 5-minute deal with something. Yeah, it actually isn't doing much at all. With that being said, I don't think I want Conqueror's Death. I think just more counter spells. Counter Magic Claude. Essence Scatter? No, I think that's one of my least favorite of the 2 mana ones. Yo, let's just run Brawl real quick. Second Negate, no one will notice, different art. We can take to Twitter, just run cancel. No, I think Whirlwind Denial is better. Saw It Coming is, I guess, a 2-minute counterspell. Yeah, sure. Yep, that's fine. Alright, so now we have another combo in here, which is kind of cool. This deck is so weird. Plays some long games, too. Well, other than the mono white one, but that's not really a surprise. Okay, so this is the Mardu Warlock dude that has a weird backside. He has a weird booty. 8 mana, make a weird 3/6 that, like, deals damage. I don't know, it's a weird card. Alright, we have a board wipe, so we have no choice but to keep this. Liliana that draws cards and creatures death. Yeah, that's true. We could see a scenario where we amass enough cards to pull that off. That is true. And then when I wipe my own board, I get stuff off of it. It is a 6-minute card, though. I have to pay attention to see how many times I get to that mana count. Okay, I'm going to do white here, and then play Vessel. Yeah. Alright, so now we have all the mana we pretty much need. Opponent has not done anything yet. It's kind of weird. Oh, there we go. That is not what I expected in any way. We don't have anything in hand for my commander now, but I think it's still reasonable to play it. So we'll run this out. Crack this for blue. Sure. Run this out. Let's see what's on top. Yeah, we'll just run this out. Make a fairy. What is this, a Super Friends deck? I don't understand. This is the least aggressive Mardu thing I've ever seen. What does the front side of this do? Whenever you cast a sorcery instant, return a non-legendary creature. Okay. Sacrifice, cost 2 less for each sacrificed. You get a 3/6 black-red. This is such a weird card. Land, retreat, Invocation Estate. This is the more lands than you search. Okay. Okay. This is a weird deck so far. They did not offer a trade with Simulacrum. That's kind of interesting. They have 5 lands, so I can play my own. And I will. Almost want another blue source, but I think another black is fine as well. Alright, so we'll play Saw It Coming here. Spell Bomb. Looks like you could play Oswald Fiddlebender. Yeah, we could run that one too, actually. You're right. We have a lot of options with this. There's a lot you can do with, like, Esper, Artifact, and enchantments. Do we crack this now? Is there a reason not to? I'll just wait. Whatever I'm doing probably has this in mind, so... I have to kind of deal with this invocation. It's a bit of a problem. Felidar Retreat. They did not cast Invocation? Why? Why did they play a land first? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I'm not really scared of this when we make tokens ourselves. I don't see why they did that. What was the point of playing a land first? Alright, well, I mean, I'm going to take the trade. Because this has to die eventually, I just want to rip that band-aid off, I think. They also didn't put a counter on it, which is interesting. We have the mana for the Srirac combo this game currently. Well, they're mousing over their graveyard. Yeah, you can pick up your Simulacrum, I guess. That's kind of annoying, but I can live without my Firemind Vessel. I'm just going to counter it. I'm just going to counter it. And then I'll scry. That can go away. Might scry an upkeep. Depends what this draws. Alright, yeah, we'll scry an upkeep. Another board wipe? I don't think so. I think I'm looking for stuff like that. That's perfect. We actually cast an enchantment. Look at that. Pretty decent one, too. Okay, I don't think I'm scared of either side of this. I mean, if I lose my sweeper, then okay. Like, I wouldn't even flip this here. Well, I mean, they might not have anything else to do. That makes sense. But we're ahead on board, so just basically loot our card away. This is a 6/7. But we're stealing 2 life and dealing 6, right? So opponent's browsing my wares before they pick a card here. It usually is a pretty straightforward option, to be honest with you. Well, they kept the card. So I either want to deal with this or just hope it's a bad keep. I don't know. Alright. Not great. Really great. Do we swing first? No, there's a chance we do something crazy. I don't know. That's technically not it. That can go away. That can go away. We could just put this on top, actually. Yeah. Can put that on top. Cast that off the top. Alright, we hit a card we're not terribly excited about, so let's put that to the bottom or just draw it, I guess. A counterspell is on top, which is really funny with both the Citadel. You can cast it on your opponent's turn. They're 1 off from just dying, right? They go to 11, and I can't kill them with Citadel. I have no way to do reach damage. Yeah, so they're just 1 away. I can surprise them with it at any point, because it is at instant speed. So if they pay a life doing something, it would be pretty good. Curious what the Key of the Archive card was, though. Looks like it was a board wipe. Oh, was this 4? Block there, block here. And yeah. Alright. Do I let this happen or do I sacrifice all my stuff? I'm actually just going to let this happen. I'm just going to let it happen. That's fine. Could sack them all to, like, deny or just double Citadel, but a Citadel in play is just good enough as is. We still have a board they have to deal with, right? Putrefy. That's the card they generated? No. They can't recast it because it's green if they draw it. Alright, so they destroy all creatures, not artifacts and enchantments. They basically have to, because they'll die if they don't. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a tall ask to do this twice. And I don't want to lose all this stuff currently. So I guess you got me here. I'm going to draw. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, alright, we'll take the sweeper. That's fine. I can generate a bunch of tokens again here this turn, off the top, potentially. There's also a chance I don't. They did find a way to not die. That's interesting. Alright, so... land off the top. Oh, that's a good one. Alright, so play this. Oh, no, it's not. That's 7 life. Unless it cost less with... I'm not going to take that risk, actually. Let's just draw it. let's just draw it. It is 1 mana from hand, so it's not like I'm losing that much. See if we can't run away with the game here. Alright, Bag of Holding. Yeah, okay, so now... no attack. I guess I can keep looking? No, let's just leave up our mana here. We know what they're drawing for the turn. Everything else they're doing is not terribly exciting. Okay, you're probably going to blow up Bolas' Citadel this go around, which I'll just let happen. I don't really care about it anymore. It's not about just killing them out of nowhere. It just have so much value. They just can't do anything. And they have to lead with that, too. Probably. They putrefy my commander. I don't understand. But that is a thing you can do. Okay. Okay, you made a 2-2. I don't know why they didn't kill Bolas' Citadel. Maybe they thought they just couldn't. Like, the game's just not going to get there to that point. Maybe they thought they were dead to any counterspell. So it didn't matter what they did. Oh, they're dead now. Hey, we almost got it. We just needed Paradox Engine. Would have had it there. That's funny. Now, they could have Teferi's Protection. It could be horrible to not respect Teferi's Protection currently. And I just, like, lose. We can lead with this, then. But it looks like they don't have anything going on. Okay, this lets me find a discard. No, we don't have any discard spells. Alright, I'm just going to go for it. Looks like they're alt-tabbed or not here. Let's just do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they didn't have anything. Could have. I think the only card it could have been was Teferi's Protection, but you never know. Yeah, that was nice. Bolas' Citadel, dude, coming in with these weird... Like, what is this deck? It's all over the place. This is such a weird... Like, what we're doing is not what I had in mind when I made it. Nope, I like everything currently. Everything felt fine there. I think, yeah. We could run that one discard spell, the new one. They discard 1 or 2. If they discard 1, we get to, like, copy a card. It is just a value card. Like, it's kind of cool, and it doesn't require any thinking. You just throw it out there and see what happens. So it's a nice thing. Alright, so Grixis, but it's not Nicol Bolas. Pirates? What? Beginning your game control, non-land apprentice pirate. What? Okay, well, I'm gonna keep this hand because it's, like, fast, and I think that's better than trying to mulligan for a board wipe. Pirates, yeah. Alright. Cool. I've never seen anything like this. So let's lead with this. We have no maximum hand size. Alright. Don't have a turn 1 pirate. There can't be that many, right? That's not even possible. Alright, thank God. So then we run out this into this so I can play my commander next turn because it's my only black source. Unless they kill this, then I can't, but... This might be a matchup where they really have a hard time dealing with my board. Shipwreck Looter enters the battlefield if you attacked. Oh my god, this is spicy. This is spicy. Now we're playing. Yeah. They're in deep. They're in deep. They played a 2-mana 2/1 that had no ability. Oh my god. Oh hey, this gets 1 attack because it's a flyer. Captain Ripley Vance. 3rd spell each turn, put a counter on this? What? You're really going to find a way to kill my... Wait, no, we can Tails in that trigger. There's a chance they only get to do that once, and we very likely get to Tails end it, so... Whoop. Play tap land, and swing for 2. Esper creatures versus... Esper fairies versus Grixis pirates. Oh no. Alright, so play 3 cards. I would be astonished. Captain Ripley Vance. They can only realistically do that once, right? So I don't have to Tails in it over and over. Like it's a steep ask. Alright, looks like they're not even able to do it. Treasure token, sack a treasure, gains flying. Okay. They're playing literally every pirate and probably by extension changelings. Okay, they cast 2 spells. They did it. Attacks 1 or each other attacking pirate. Okay. I mean, I have to read all these cards, you know. They have the unknown element. Element of surprise. Alright, let's get another blue. We don't have a black, though. Yeah, that's reckless not to get a black. I tend to play reckless, but let's not do that right now. Then I can run this out. Please just tap what I want you to. I'm not cracking this turn, so... We just have a lot of blockers. It'd just be really steep for them to do anything. I don't see a reason to rush, because I have inevitability. They don't, so I just won't swing with anything but this. And we will draw off of you. Another land, okay. I can play this, but I want to leave up Tails in still. I'm not even all that scared of their commander, to be honest with you. I might just let that resolve. But maybe not. Maybe it just makes sense to... I mean, what else am I Tails ending? Alright, so they cast 3 cards. They still get their weird lightning bolt. 1, 2... Alright, so they're not doing it. Let's get rid of this. And they instantly scooped. Okay. They could have just cast it next turn, right, with any land. And these are still pretty sizable. This is each thing, so this is huge. But, yeah, I think we're just severely advantaged. It's kind of unfortunate, really. I want to see where that game goes. But, I mean, this is where the game goes. Yeah, at this point, this is never doing anything. This is still dies. What survives my fairies here? This and this. So I block here and here. And this I can't ever block. We're taking some decent amount of damage. We do have this to block at some point. We can find who knows what off this. Yeah, it was a weird game. Okay, cool. Grixis Pirates, dude. Spicy. That is really funny. Alright, I think we're 4-2. We lost to aggro, and then we lost that other one that we just didn't do anything and died. The other person playing the thing there, the Paradox Engine red-blue deck. Okay, this is Merfolk, so we have no decisions except board wipes. We don't have double blue. His hand's kind of slow. We're on the draw. I might actually run 2 more sweepers because I don't want to keep mulliganing for a sweeper in the matchups where it matters. And if I find that I'm bumping into a lot of that, it's just a good idea to always have 1 available on average per game. We have 1 in this hand. Nowhere near the mana for it, but I mean, that's about all you're going to ask for. They have a 1-drop. Okay, land. Alright. Needs Ragavan? Yeah. It needs Ragavan, dude. Ragavan would be hilarious as a commander. Oh, turn 1 Ragavan every single game? Sweet lord. Alright, I think it's worth it to leave up Counterspell. Oh, or not. Okay. That is really weird, but I'm gonna just counter it. That is a really weird card. We will... I think I want to play this to cycle it, because they're going to play something next turn I can't counter anyways, and I want to just be able to continue to draw to find my mana for this, and then this is the only thing that matters this game anyways, so it doesn't, regardless of whatever happens. Could have like Spell Pierce or something. Okay, they did not attack. I am big confused. Oh, you draw a card, gotcha. Yeah, let's draw. Land, please. Alright, good. We could have just tutored for a snow land, but I am a greedy boy. We are going to tutor for a land this time. That land being a white source. And it would preferably untap. Looks really weird, but I really want to do that. Really would like to do that. Okay, you draw a card. It was not a land. If you were going to draw a card, you should have done it on your own turns because you missed a land drop. Should have just done it there. There's no reason to leave it up. It's not like you're drawing into anything that can be cast. You have no mana. Should have just done it in their own turn. Because now if they drew 2 lands, they just can't play them and they're just going to be a land behind. Unless I'm tripping. But I'm pretty sure they missed a land drop. Yeah, no, they did because their turn 3 was this. And they played another 3 drop and didn't play a land. I would have preferred to counter an actual creature, but I knew I was going to be tapped out, so there was no reason to just have a thing up. Okay, that's deep. This makes me think they're running like every single Merfolk. Which they probably are. Let's bait a counterspell? Until I have to cast a sweeper, I don't really care to do it immediately. Okay, that just snap resolved. D-Spark? Get rid of Emery? This is not an Emery game. Play a tap land? Alright, I mean, I can potentially D-Spark. How do you just do nothing with all your mana in this spot? If you're gonna tap your cards, just do it on your own turn so you can find things to play. Their opponent's just playing so... They're just setting themselves to extreme disadvantages. Alright, now they're just not doing anything. Okay, there has to be a counterspell. I mean, what else is going on here? Yeah, alright. Non-dragon. This is a dragon, by the way. Okay, that just resolved. I can't believe it. I am very confused. We now have counter magic. Oh, is it Collected Company? Swift Warden? No? Just counter that, I guess? Really weird. D-Spark might not do anything, but at the time, and it just feels like probably the best thing. Oh, come on! Ugh. Off of a dragon, too. That is so frustrating. Well, I mean, I don't know what to do now. Can't. Yep, can't do anything. This is just... This card's just so stupid good. This is such a good card. Okay, so your Merfolk get +1/+1, sure. Kind of a strange attack. I did not expect that. Very weird to me. Okay. Block. I lose my commander, but then they don't have indestructible. And I'm going to get rid of this card on top because I don't want that. Well, that's a good one. Kind of. Not, like, amazing, but it's kind of good. I can disable this poop here. That's an artifact, isn't it? Oh my god, it is. Yeah. Whoop. So was that. Whoop. Yep. Let's do this here. Leave up Spell Pierce, I guess? I don't think I can play Arena. Well, maybe I can. I think I'd rather leave up D-Spark. Does this do anything else other than that? Chosen Type? Yeah, I should probably deal with that now. There's a chance it just runs away with the game. And then I just pass. Yeah, just pass. I can use both mana off the key to draw and Spell Pierce in the same, like, phase or whatever. Yeah, D-Spark did find a target. Is this still a Merfolk? I guess it is, so they can still grow it, but I'd imagine they would rather grow something else. It would be kind of miraculous if Spell Pierce was good here. That does not seem Spell Pierce worthy. Especially if they just paid for that. Yeah, this doesn't seem... I mean, it makes Spell Pierce worse, but taxing them for one turn, I just don't see it being terribly relevant. Oh, they did play a Merfolk. It is flying too, huh? Okay. They put it here. I would not have put it there if I were them. They only swing for one. Okay. Alright, yeah, I certainly could have just Spell Pierced anything. I don't know, I just didn't. We probably don't want Search, although we still could use it and do something decent with it. It's not horrible. We also get to just recast our commander this turn, which is probably just a good idea. Ooh, almost to the that combo. Alright, so we play this, we play this. We can draw. Yeah, we'll draw. Again, Spell Pierce is kind of useless. I don't even think I'm going to shock myself. Oh, man. I guess shocking is almost the same as not shocking, because I actually get to cast this. Which is, it just gives me a blocker, right? This is an artifact, but it's on average not great, and this is a sweeper, so... Let's see here. No attack. Alright, so I'm dead to... I don't know, Craterhoof? That would be kind of unlikely, though, but, I mean, it's not impossible. Look at the top three, put a Merfolk, put the rest in the bottom. Okay. Tap all creatures and opponent controls. Great. Yep, it's this stupid card. It's just that one turn cycle. And the fact that they had a dragon, so my Crux of Fate couldn't kill their dragon Merfolk, and then they could swing with a 4/5. And then it was indestructible because they had two Merfolk. One could survive a sweeper. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. They just drew extremely well for a Merfolk deck. They drew, like, the only Merfolk that's, like, good against us. Or I should say, they drew the only Merfolk that's good. The one I think is disgusting. Alright, so the mirror. Spell Pierce is pretty good in the mirror, I'd say. But I'm sure we'll find out pretty quick. Of course, they have the best card in the game. On turn 1. On the play. With an untapped white source. This is not like us. One of these decks is not like the other. I think I'll just leave up Spell Pierce. Yeah, I'll just leave it up. If I can help it, I'll try to avoid giving them cards. With Esper Sentinel. Path to Bravery? Alright, I'll just Spell Pierce anything. Was not expecting that, though. I think I'm going to give him a card because I'm going to play the Midnight Clock this turn. I really don't want to, though. We can just wait. We can just wait. Can I leave up a counterspell this turn and They have no blue mana? Creatures enter the battlefield, choose a creature type? Okay. I mean, it has to be fairy, right? It's not even any of the things in play currently. Alright, my opponent's hand was very weak. Very weak. I think they kept this just on Esper Sentinel, which is probably wrong. Yeah, this is just not looking good for them. I kind of hope they find a blue source here so I can kill their commander. Ah, rip. What are you doing? This is Token City. Alright, I mean, I don't even have to worry about a board wipe. I can just play my commander and just... No, that's not true. That's not true. Alright, we're going to play this then. And just... We're just going to do some big chilling behind our stuff here. I can leave up... let's see, black, yeah. I can just leave up Memory Lapse, I guess. Although it's unlikely I'll play it because I don't want them to draw cards. Alright, we'll take 2 for 8 turns and not be sad. Wow, they really just have nothing, huh? Yeah, I don't think... It's just didn't... I don't know. Giant growth. Okay. Just what we asked for. Let's look for Bolas's Citadel. I mean, we have all the time in the world here. We gain 3 life, too. Whoop. I'll just show them the planes. There's no downside, really. It might matter. Like, I could generate something that could forego the Esper Sentinel. I highly doubt them knowing about this is relevant. I'm going to do this now, because I'm going to do it no matter what. Duress. Alright. Well, they haven't played creatures or lands, so... One can only imagine what this is going to be doing. I wonder if I could just win without doing anything. I feel like at this point I would scoop. Because I have so many cards. Pacifism, Banishing Light, and Exchange Control. And target... What? Okay. Yeah, our decks are just a little different. We're running just kind of slightly different cards. Just a little different. I still will wait till they play their commander at least once before I just start doing what I want to do. Especially if I can dump my hand before the midnight clock flips. It would be kind of nice. Oh, that's really annoying. Those get shuffled in with midnight clock too. That's like actively terrible. That is just actively horrible for us. They have 2 totally useless cards in hand. Yeah, so we untap. We Crux of Fate this board. And at that point, our opponent might just scoop. Non-dragon. Protection doesn't do anything. And now I can play my own. Yep, thought as much. I don't know what our opponent was doing, but these cards demand that you have your commander in play, and that's just like they have other creatures, and they had one that like gave their commander protection, but pacifism, like what? It's a creature removal that gives you a fairy. They're just like super in on this, and I just don't think you can do that. I really don't think you can do that. They're like super enchantment heavy, and we were super artifact heavy. It's kind of funny, but it shows the like the wide range of cards that you can like run with this commander, which is kind of interesting. I did not expect that. I thought it would be kind of like a worse Chromium if you're trying to do an Esper control list, but not necessarily. Literally nothing into Sweeper, yeah. Turn like 8 or something. Turn 9 maybe. Alright, so here's the first Shrine deck I've seen in a minute. Let's see how we fare against it. Probably not too well. I don't have a lot of enchantment removal, like at all. No blue mana. Can probably survive. No. This is leagues better. I also feel like I'm on the draw a lot. That's probably just confirmation bias, but it just feels like I am. Oh, you want to see a spicy card I just picked up from the mail, dude? Oh, look, it's right on the bottom. It's an original printing foil Sensei's Divining Top. Look at it. Look at that. Look at it. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Now I'll never lose in Commander again. Just a Sensei's Divining Top. It's so weird that it's an uncommon, isn't it? It's such a disgusting card. Man, they should print it. They should put it in this. They should put it in historic. Everyone just runs a Sensei's Divining Top. That would be so stupid. This like auto include, but it's an uncommon, so everyone can craft it. Although it was probably, you know, better than that. Let's run this out. Don't think that's relevant, but you know what? Maybe I should leave. Nah, we're doing this. Yeah, Aether Vial was an uncommon as well. I mean, there are some busted uncommons in the past. I also got a Sylvan Library. That's annoying, so I don't want to deal with that. Alright, that's kind of one of the weaker ones. Okay, what's that? Yeah, it would definitely go into that rarity. We have a problem now. I think we're just gonna pass. Oh, passing is just horrible, though. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. Like, if I don't deal with the reason they kept this hand, quote unquote, then I'm screwed. So guess we're just doing this for a while. Oh, maybe they don't have anything. I don't know. Okay. Literally nothing? Are you serious? How do you... Okay. Well, hey, yeah, you can do what you want here. Yep. Let's play this on blue. And then, can I run this out now? Kind of, but the only thing I can... I mean, I'll just run it out. I don't know. I don't care about this card at all. If it kills me, then I guess I deserve to lose. I'm sure that's what they're going to flash in right now. No, they just literally did nothing. That is really weird. Captain Sisse, I was not expecting that. Whoa. That's spicy. Alright, so we can cast this now. And then Wishing Well? I'm down off of Wash Away, but I think that's fine. Let's just make a fairy. I mean, if they kill it, they kill it. I don't think I care. I think it would be weird to be threatened by this in this instance as well. Looks like they are. Okay. They might discern it's the only creature they can kill anyways, but this is a weird hand from the opponent, weird cards, and we're not terribly upset to see this. They Vanishing Verse by Wishing Well. Okay, I don't think that's ever right. I don't think I would do that. This is still super expensive and is not getting cheaper anytime soon, so I'm just gonna whoop. Alright, well, as long as I don't top deck specifically Sanctum of All, alright, looks like they lose. Yeah, I don't like my opponent's keep, like, at all. I was leaving up counterspells expecting them to have cast something, like, really good, and they didn't. But I guess keeping with the Shrine and Cultivate's just a good idea, right? Like, get all your colors online immediately, you have some removal. I don't think Captain Sisse was in their opener, at least given them skipping a whole turn for no reason. Captain Sisse is weird in Shrines. Like, if this... I mean, it has to be a Shrine deck, right? Like, Enchantress Presence. We just saw one Shrine in pretty much 20 cards, almost. Or 17. Really weird. It's big weird. Big weird. Alright. I'm thinking Brainstorming here. I feel like we can... Brainstorm's actually good with Bolas Citadel because you can put, like, cheap cards on top and, you know, get through them easier or whatnot. Also, just seeing 3 cards, and I just don't know. If you don't have a shuffle effect, I really don't like Brainstorm. I'm trying to think, is there a way to more reliably pull off one of these combos and play slightly less of a control game to get to these combos slightly faster? There kind of is. Is there anything that's good in our graveyard? I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like it. Other than if Emery's already in play. So I could just get Emery to hand and mill one of the other... The card I'm talking about is Final Parting. Yeah, put Emery to hand and then mill over, like, Paradox Engine, and then cast it with Emery. But if Emery dies, I lose Paradox Engine basically forever. So that doesn't seem terribly exciting. Why is this a Warlock and not like a Wizard? Weird. Not all Warlocks are witches, but all witches are Warlocks. What would I even take out for... I mean, I just crafted Thought Monitor. I don't want to take it out yet. It also just seems like it's still just really good. Like, we cast it once, right? Like, we cast it for 1 blue. It's totally fine. The Wizard class is basically a divination. Unless I find a spot where I can dump more mana into it and then also have a creature to let that be worth it. Mostly this one, so I can gain more than just 2 life. And I guess beat my opponent down slightly faster, but the life gain's the relevant part. But I think it's one of the weakest cards in the deck currently. I don't think I've ever activated it. Oh, were there more enchantments they cast after the presence? Yeah, I guess then it would have been better. And it, I mean, if they're obviously shrines, so it's just good regardless. What do we... I don't like Cleansing Nova over Crux of Fate, but maybe I just do, because I can just Cleansing Nova for all creatures, right? Against that Merfolk deck, it actually would have mattered, because they had a stupid Changeling in play that, like, ripple affected me so bad I just couldn't come back. It was actually obscene. But it is another double white card. Maybe that's too steep. We do have a triple black. Yeah, I don't know. I think double black is slightly easier to pull off. What's our, like, mana devotion looking like here? Still mostly colorless. But between black and white, it's almost even. Like, if I take this out, go down to black, up... Yeah, it just swaps it over. I haven't really done anything. Except, I guess, for 1 more plains than swamp. Also, the manlands have not been really relevant at all. And it's annoying when they come in tapped. This one, we'll like never get to fire this one up, I feel. And I really prefer to have untapped lands as often as possible. And of the 3, I think the black one is probably the most relevant, just graveyard hate in general. The other 2 aren't terribly exciting to me. So I don't think they're as free as I would have considered before. So that seems fine, but I'll keep the black one. I don't think we've ever seen Eye of Vecna. We died to our own tribute of Hirobi that one game. Well, we died at not having a board wipe. Yeah, so we can run Final Parting, I think. I think it's worth it. Just 1 more tutor. If we're in a state where we're like stuck under our opponent doing some nonsense. Oh, we have a pack? Let's open a pack. When was the last time I opened a pack in the video? Oh, we got a rare wild card too. I used all the ones I had to make this deck, so that's nice. Teferi? Yes, yeah, it's totally Teferi. Jeez. Tezzy. I don't believe I own this, and I feel like this is a good card for my deck. The activated abilities are relevant. We do have some. Hmm. It seems just totally relevant. Like, all three abilities are fairly relevant in our deck. All right. Wow, I can't believe we pulled that. Well, actually, I think I owned it before. It just wasn't on my radar. Oh, there's no way to tell it. I think it would say new. Yeah, we already owned it. We already owned it. Tezzy boy. I just wasn't running Planeswalkers. I think initially I had, or was thinking about the Immortal Sun, because it's an artifact, plays into having a big board of stuff. But Tezzeret, if we're not running the Immortal Sun, is certainly very solid. Same with the other one, too. The flyers are relevant, because they get bigger with this, and the 0 will draw 2 more often than not, maybe. The emblem is just pulling out combo pieces slowly till you have them all. They're both arguably decent. Protecting my Planeswalkers seems like a tall ask, though, because I don't have a strong board presence, but we do have some board wipes, and I don't know. I'm going to try the new Tezzeret. Just try it. I haven't given the card much of a chance at all, really. I don't think I've ever played it. I don't think I've ever played that card. So what do we not like, though? What do we like the least, I should say? This, maybe? If my opponent has a board presence, then yeah, alright, we'll just drop that. It usually just draws 1. So, I'll just get rid of it. Take out a 2-minute card, add a 4-minute card. No big deal. No big deal. I miss the... I think my favorite loading screens are the... one of the Innistrad sets, I think, was my favorite so far. If Kamigawa, if they had, like, Light Paw's alternate art every now and again, that'd be pretty dope. It's my desktop background, but beggars can't be choosers. Okay, we have 3 mana. We're against what is hopefully a Sliver deck. Does that mean I like this hand? No, not really. Yeah, if it's a Sliver deck, I don't like this hand at all. If it's Shrines, I also don't really like it. Okay. Well, I mean, we kind of have a combo with this hand. Almost completely, right? Let's play you. Doesn't really matter which one first. Make sure I play the Witching Well after I fetch with the Evolving Wilds, so I don't mess up my scry. Alright, so this is definitely a Shrine deck. They missed a land. Ooh. Ooh. I'm not going to shock myself and play this. Or foretell, whatever. What do we need? Black? We need second black at some point. Let's do it now. Scry 2. Counterspell's good. Not that one. Eye of Vecna could draw a fair amount of cards, but I'm probably going to be using my mana every turn. Opponent missed a land drop off of Explore and then missed one for the draw, so they just don't want to keep playing Magic. Get wrecked. Opponent was playing Greedy. Alright, we don't have to play against Shrines. Cool. Although I don't mind playing against Shrines, I don't think. Because they don't really beat me to death. But there are some Shrines that are very annoying. Definitely annoying that you always want to deal with. It also could have still been a Sliver deck, you know, but most likely not. What on earth is that box art? I didn't even know there was a black-blue Tezzeret in this game. Okay, so everything has affinity for artifacts. There's a number of artifacts you control. Artifact graveyard, exile 10. Oh, okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, alright. You can play that card. Let us lead with this. This means they're all untapped, but I want to get, like, this and play turn 1. I might play, I don't know, draw Island or something, and then have double blue on turn 3 for counterspell. Kind of min-maxy, but whatever. Swords, actually, both of these seem very solid here. Maybe not so much Swords of Plowshares, but... if I can just kill a commander here. A planeswalker. Kill a planeswalker. They're not commanders. Octopus. What? Okay. Kind of wish I drew Swords of Plowshares. Can't say I was expecting this card. But I think I have to kill it either way. Yeah, that was actually really bad. Wow. Wow, that was horrible. Alright, well, I'm gonna kill it. It's basically a Phyrexian arena, except I lose life. I could have scribed one of these at the bottom. I did not have another land to play after my fourth one. Wandering... Cast an instant or sorcery, you pay 2 or you copy it. Well, they certainly don't want to copy Swords to Plowshares. But I guess I'm just going to cast Swords to Plowshares. Sure. Resolve. Decline. You can Swords your own card. Maybe they mess up and copy and counter the Thopter. I don't know. They can also just put this on top of their library instead with the Memory Lapse, making it kind of a bit of a weaker counter spell, but it does undo a draw for a turn, right? It's not all bad. Okay. Opponent took a while to figure out the one of 2 lines that have this die regardless of what they do. A third line being Swordsing their Ornithopter for some reason. Alright, you have 3 cards in hand, you just hit 6 mana. What could possibly be better than your 6 mana commander? Probably nothing. Didn't think so. How much is this to crack? 4? Alright, so next turn I want to play Firemind Vessel. Though I could just play my commander. Do they have a way to kill it with this? X damage to each opponent. X... They put it on top, so this is a good time to develop this, I think, in my onions. They have an upkeep stop. Oh, because it's changing zones. Like it's going from the library to hand. You can put it in the command zone for some reason. Obviously, they would not want to do that. I think that would actually undo their draw. They put this to the command zone, and they just literally didn't draw a card. Like, they don't draw the card under it if they do that. It's kind of funny. If only I could shuffle their library. Oh, that would be great. Spark Hunt Master. Discarding Rise and Shine. Protection from Planeswalkers. What? What? You can't even target... Alright. I think I want to play this. And then I can next turn. We have a thing to do. We have things we can do here, which is pretty nice. We can oh dude, I'm picking my hair again. I'm sorry. I'll never not do that probably. Indestructible 1 to target Planeswalker? Why is this in your deck? What is happening? Alright, swing. Trying to think. How do I get the Azor combo going here? Paradox Engine, Final Parting into the Lich in hand, and then I need 1 mana rock to be able to float 3 over and over, and all of this has to survive. Okay, so this is a +2 where X is in gain next life. Artifact. Okay, so they only have a plus here. Drains you for 2. We take 3 off of the... They didn't swing with this. It doesn't have reach, and I was not going to block it. I am very confused. Okay, so I will lead with an attack on their commander. Very strange. Very strange from the opponent. I think leading with this is fine, too. Boop, boop. I run this out. And then I can play this, untap the vessel, and then probably have nothing to do with it. Yeah, just give my creatures vigilance. Alright. I mean, they can have answers to it. It's not like I'm just clean to do it, but they have to do that. I imagine they have some counter spells. It would have been crazy if they pitched, like, a good artifact to it, but they did not. They're certainly not running the Immortal Sun, I'll tell you that much. Protection from Planeswalkers. Oh my god. Affinity for artifacts. So, okay. You have Jin-Gitaxias. That is a bit of an issue, I think. I can still cast cards. Right? Like, I can still... Maybe I can get this cheap enough to like cast both these at the same time. Okay, I lose 3, sure. Alright. Yeah, that's a good thing to end on, I guess. Oh, that's a good bait. That's a really good bait here for this. So I'll cast that. I still get a fairy. Actually, we should float mana first. I still get... Actually, well, wait. Undo, undo. We attack first, so we give ourselves vigilance. Yeah. I can kill their commander, right? Yeah, I can. Just make sure. No, I can't. Yes, yes. They have no mana. They can't untap their Ornithopter. Okay, so that's gone. And then I bait this, so I go here and here. Oop, here and here. That gets countered. Yep, we make a fairy, we untap everything. We go here. I almost want to get Emery, but it could be dangerous if it dies and I lose access to whatever I've milled over. I'd prefer to stick to the plan here of getting this, and I can't cast a counter spell because the opponent has the stupid thing in play. And I guess the second card doesn't really matter. I could just bin something irrelevant. Oh wait, Cling to Dust. Cling to Dust is a perpetual bait, right? I can just randomly cast that sometimes and get a bait out of it. Oh, I get to cast this too. Is that a good idea? Yep, it's always a good idea. Let's be real. Alright, so we have the board clogged up. Opponent has no cards in hand. Found a land here. I guess it's free to cast this. Our opponent will know about it, though, and that is kind of sketchy. That is kind of sketchy. Is there a bad side? Is there... No, we're just doing it. Alright, I cannot do the dungeon that is the Mad Mage? No, Tomb of Annihilation is the one I cannot do. Scry 1. Spare Supplies is another bait. If I want to continue to cast spells, I have to, like, do that. Otherwise, I'm not actually getting anywhere. So one more piece of mana that is not a land, and we're in a good spot. Okay, they basically didn't draw anything great. That doesn't help them cast this, because Tezzeret's not an artifact creature. Alright, so the board is gummed up. Weird looking board state. We have 2 cards under this thing. They don't have an attack, because we have a Death Touch creature. They can't swing. I mean, they can't swing regardless. We have just too much in play. What are they holding up here? Oh, just these 2 keys. Gotcha. Alright, so we can crack this first. I think that makes sense. Oh, wait a minute. No, we could have found an artifact off of this that does what we need it to. Yeah, that was a mistake. I can counter their commander now, because I have 2 counter spells. But I think I'd rather leave up my... Yeah. Is there a reason to swing? I guess we can swing with this. I don't see us winning with damage, but if we can gain some life in the meantime, that's not terrible. It's not terrible. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to kill them with damage this game. It's just not going to happen. Alright, so we can still Inventors Fair and leave up a counterspell, which is very steep. We're playing around Jin-Gitaxias very well here, which is incredibly surprising. I probably should not have cracked this, though. I should have just left up more mana so I could do this. Find a mana rock, play the mana rock, do the thing with the stuff, but it's still not too late. It just lets a good top deck be a problem, kind of. It slows me down a bit. What does this do? It's just an indestructible wall. Okay. Opponent's playing some adorable cards. I love it. The only thing they can key is the Ornithopter, but it costs a mana to untap it, and it costs a mana to, like... It just generates 1 mana. It doesn't do anything. Unless this has another ability. Can't be blocked. Oh, they're coming in with the damage. Yeah. That's a... Yep. Okay, they only did it with 1. They could have done it with 2. Makes the card in hand maybe more scary for us. We'll find out in a second. So we find Any mana rock will do it. I guess the cheapest one is the best. But one that taps for 2 seems like a good idea, because I'm not going in instantly next turn. 1, 2... Oh, maybe I am. Do I have to... Great, I have to think now. 1, 2. I get a... Let's say I get a 3 mana rock. Cast this for free, because it just untaps this. Gets countered because of this. And then this untaps. I tap this and this. Okay, so I can do it with pretty much any mana rock. I might as well do it with Key to the Archive. Alright. So we... Blue, black, bait here. I can run Esper Sentinel out too. Not really relevant, but I can do that if I want to. Untap there. Oop, oop. Yeah, do this. We have 2 counterspells up too now, actually. Actually just have it. Wow, we're going to do it. We're actually going to do it. It appears to be not on our opponent's radar, or they probably would have scooped instantly. But we don't know what this card is yet. Alright, opponent, come on now. Come on. Oh, it was a counterspell. Alright, so we let the Jin-Gitaxias... How do I do this? I negate saw it coming. I can wash away the copy because it wasn't cast from hand. And we win. They actually drew a counterspell too. Wow. Dude, we won like with the best card too. Oh wait, no. I can't ever cast it, can I? No, I can't. Alright, that's it. Got it. Oh, we can because we net mana. We net mana every time. Alright, we did it. We did it. Yes, we did it, dude. Oh my god. This is great. Make sure I don't mess myself up here. There's no reason to cast Approach, but I mean, I could. I literally win faster with Approach than I do, like, doing it without Approach, which is really funny. Alright, keep doing the Lost to Mine here. I could do the middle one, or the non-middle one, but... Nice. GG's. Opponent's letting us do it, too. Or so it seems. Oh, whoops, I didn't float black that time. Doesn't matter, but... Treasure token. Black, blue. Black, blue. Nice. This is great. I'm having a great time right now. Yep, steal a life. We have to do it a lot. And actually, we don't, because, we have a lot of damage just in play, so we could, like, go to combat at some point. Though I don't want to mess myself up doing that. Alright, they scooped. Oh, that's great. But yeah, we actually just draw to Approach really fast. Because of the dungeon, right? We draw every cycle of the dungeon, and then we just win. Nice. And now if we didn't find Approach, I would have to do this, like, I'd have to complete the dungeon 30 times, or I'd have to complete it, I guess every point of damage is less, so we have a lot in play. 1, 2, 8, 10. Yeah, we didn't actually have to do it all that much. And we draw a card every time anyway, so... yeah, that was awesome. We actually just did this. This is a deck in and of itself, and we just pulled it off. That's really cool. Trying to think, was there anything we could have done different? Let's say our opponent drew something that was seriously threatening. We had double counterspell for pretty much everything except like a creature, because we had a negate. Yeah, the best thing they could have had, I think, was a counterspell. I think. Right? Like, if they were ever... Was that the only counter they drew as well? Jeez. Yeah. So, and it was the same turn we were about to go off. That was, like, the best possible card for them. But double counterspell deals with... No, the best possible thing they could have was any creature that was highly impactful. Because we didn't have double counterspell for a creature. So a counterspell wasn't the best outcome for them off the top. Wow, we beat a Jin Cataxius. That's insane. It copied one of these. It actually didn't really copy anything for them that's relevant. It seldom actually copies anything for you that's good. It's just not common. Especially in Historic. In fact, I'd argue it doesn't copy anything that's good for you in Historic. It's not really the reason you play the card, but something to take note of, I guess. But yeah, we beat a Jin Cataxius that was sitting in play with a fairies. Oh, that's great. All right, that was good. That was a good game. I like that one. Yeah, this is a cool deck. I didn't see any commanders that are like super popular. So it seems as though Alela, I don't know. The fairy is very low in the tier bucket because you're not playing... Like, I played against things I have never seen, like Grixis Pirates. A blue-black Tezzeret. The Mirror. Well, you're going to... although my opponent's list in the Mirror was very strange. Though maybe it wasn't strange. I don't know. I have not seen lists of this deck before. And I've played against it like 3 times ever. And every time I'm like, alright, I just ignore it and then cast a sweeper. Because that's usually what I'm running in my kind of decks. And then they just kind of die because they have weird artifacts to play that don't do anything. And they don't tend to play as many counterspells as I do. At least from the times I've played against this. I'll just have to look at lists and compare. Because I'm sure there's like 3 or 4 cards I'm just not aware of. Right? And it would have made sense to look it up. But I like to start, if I can help it, start off making my own list and go from there. If I ever copy a list, it's usually just to skip the adding all the lands every time. So I can just get right to the rest of it. Because looking for every single land is annoying. And then sometimes you actually miss a land that you didn't realize until like way later. And you're like, oh shoot. But yeah, I think I really like everything here. With just a few planeswalkers, I like it more than I think I do. I don't know. If you can just protect it, it's good. That's why I don't like Narset. I just really don't like Narset. Every time I play Narset, it dies, and I minused once. And it was a turn in which I probably did not leave up a counterspell instead of just, Narsetting. Digging for our sweepers is good, and Narset kind of does that. But, aggro matchups are what they are. They're over before they start. Very few cards are relevant. Not much to say about them. Esper Sentinel, if it wasn't an artifact, it would not be in here. It might still come out. Like, thinking about every single opponent we played, I don't think there was ever a turn 1 Esper Sentinel that would have drawn cards. I should say every game where I had an untapped white source to do that. I don't think so. There's some people played a Mana Rock on turn 2, right? Sometimes. But if that's the case, and you only get 1 card off of Esper Sentinel, you'd prefer it to be anything else, like Brainstorm or Opt. And with that being said, I think I do. It also decreases our... No, it really doesn't. I was going to say, turn 1 is split between 3 different mana colors, but we don't really cling on turn 1. Spell Pierce seemed questionable as well. I don't think it was ever relevant. Yeah, I don't think Spell Pierce was ever going to do anything at any point, except Spell Piercing a Cultivate that they could have paid for. Or they could have just not paid for it and then still played the Merfolk that turn, right? I don't think they needed to find the untapped land off of Cultivate. No, they didn't, yeah, because it was a 2-mana Merfolk. I accidentally took out swords, that's my bad. I wanted to take out Esper Sentinel. Wait a minute. What did I take out? Oh, great. Discard changes. I'm stupid. What did I just take out? I want to take out Esper Sentinel. For probably a cantrip? Oh, no. No, I deliberately took out Spell Pierce. I did it again. I took out I took out swords. Good lord. Why do I keep doing this? At least I noticed that time. Alright, so 2 cards can come in. What do we feel like we might want more of? Discard spells, I guess? I wasn't done with it. The, was it called Disrupt? No, it was called oh shoot. The black one. We could play the White March card too. It's not terrible. Not terrible. Undercity Plunder. Yeah, I like that one. Just seems pretty good. It's almost it's like comparable to Hymn to Turok kind. Well, not really. It's the cards aren't random. Thoughtseize, yeah. I actually lean towards Duress a bit more, but yeah, if we only have 1 discard spell, I don't like it regardless, but I suppose it would be Thoughtseize first, and then Duress, and then probably never this. But in that case, I'd almost choose Check for Traps. It costs twice as much, but it exiles the card, and that can be relevant. So my 1 discard spell has an additional thing to it, right? It's not just your 1 discard spell. It also is there'd be 2-2-2 split on my turn 1 plays with the mana colors. It looks really weird. It looks really weird, actually. Yeah, that's funny. None of them are super vital to being played turn 1, though, but it just looks funny. Oh, there's Implement. There's this one. It's kind of like all those artifacts we run anyways, where, you know, just play it and draw and stuff. But this one discards a card and draws 2 cards and makes a fairy. I really do like this card, especially in Pauper. Like Monoblack Pauper discard nonsense. This is a 4 of in my list, at least. Any excuse to play it I will take. So I think, as weird as it looks, we saw some weird cards today. I don't think that's the weirdest one, so I'm going to put it in. I think we can even get away with more untapped lands here. Probably. Though we don't have too many tapped lands. Inventors Fair is... When Inventors Fair is good, it is just like really good. A way to just find Paradox Engine is great. But no, I think that's fine. I think we have enough untapped lands here. We could drop a Swamp, or even just Hive of the Eye Tyrant. I think I will do that for the removal spell version of it. The Mauling, Hydro Mauling. Or technically this, that's also a discard spell, right? But I think the Mauling has more play. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, just kind of turn one of my lands into removal spells. Do those specify lands? Can you specifically search for those cards? I don't think you can you? I mean, they're all over the place with mana cost, right? Well, what you could do is this, right? And just not say 0, and then, like, you'll just see them all. Oh, shoot, no, because some cards specify non-land or something. This one will never play because we can't ever cast that part of it, probably. I mean, blow up all my stuff is a really bad idea, especially at 8 mana if the game even goes that long. Emeria's Call is interesting. I would just replace the planes with it, but how many times am I really gonna get the Angels? Like, people think these cards are free to just play, especially in Commander, not necessarily Modern or anything, but it is 3 life, you know, that's not irrelevant. You lose 3 life to play this on tap. And it's 7 mana to get 2 4/4s that may not do anything. The Indestructible Clause is interesting. I haven't seen it ever, though. Yeah, all that glitters is also interesting. If I want to put it on this, it does mean I have to stick my commander and then invest more mana into it, which means I'm taking down counter spells and stuff on my own turn. But that is a possibility. No, I don't think I'm on that, though. I don't think I'm on that. I just don't like that style of thing on such a fragile permanent. It's just so out there, right? Like, if your opponent has 28 removal spells and you have one creature, it's gonna die. It's gonna die pretty often. Is this how I see them all? There we go. I just had to specify lands. This one isn't bad. This one actually... but it's tapped, though. That defeats the purpose of what I'm doing. This flips into a land pretty reliably as well. Not really much value in it, but I mean, at that point, it's basically just a land, though. Tameshi? What is that? Nope, can't say I've seen this before. Non-creature permanents, return to your hand, draw a card. Return a land you control to its owner's hand. Target artifact or enchantment. Oh yeah, I can spam my commander with this. That's interesting. You can do it immediately too. It doesn't have like summoning sickness. That's an interesting one, huh? Turn a land you control to your hand. Artifact or enchantment. So it's like an Emery, right? But with also having the ability to do enchantments. So like sagas and stuff, kind of like Muldrotha. That's a weird one. That's a really weird card. I almost want to make a deck with it as my commander at some point. I mean, I'll put it on my radar. I don't think it's worth crafting. I only have one rare wild card, but that is certainly a possibility. Huh. I'd have to look into it. Like how many... Because Emery's my artifact one. We don't have that many enchantments. Actually, wait. How many enchantments do we have? This one that doesn't necessarily instantly die, like saga-wise. This one that turns into a land. We have 2 Frogify effects. And this would be nice to repeat over and over. This tends to stay in play. And then this is not an enchantment. We actually don't have many enchantments, so it would basically be like a slightly worse copy of Emery, kind of. But yeah, and it bounces a land. But yeah, alright. I'm going to stop ranting on because I'll be here forever. Let me know what you thought about the deck. Let me know what you did and did not like if you made it to the end, because it went through enough changes where I'd consider it fairly different from when we started. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Peace.